So today we are doing this design right here using everything available from my shop at 𝐸𝐸 shop. I'm 𝐸𝐸 and welcome to our nail art tutorials. First, I will show you the 3D chrome lips. It is the star of the show today. Look how pretty it is. Okay. Might look difficult to for some people. Until I show you, then it's no longer difficult. 𝐸𝐞𝐞 using the same technique. I'm gonna show you that too, but that's easier. And then this is really easy. I'm gonna do one of these just for laugh and giggles. So I'm gonna put it over here. Now, first I use Top Gel Cream Nude. That will be the foundation for the set today. And top gel meaning top coat. I need a new bottle too. Almost use it all. I love this shade because it's a fair skin shade. It's not too dark, not too light. It's not too yellow, not too pink, not too orange. It's just perfect. Hear this? And top gel meaning top coat because it's no wipe. So, the first thing first, you see all this chrome detail right here? Obviously, we're working with chrome, so we need to make this nude chrome-free. And I am using Teflon matte. Teflon matte is non-sticky to chrome powders. So I am going to apply Teflon over this surface right here. All the way down. Cure this for 60 seconds and chrome will not stick onto this surface. It's gonna be nice and clean. And I also have another nail that I apply Teflon matte on. Also cure this 60 seconds. Oh, I wanna show you one thing too. I actually just make a mistake and I tell you why. So we have chrome fabulous. This can be applied Teflon matte right away and then do chrome design. Now, this one is different. Do you see the teeth right here? There's teeth and there's black and white detail for the teeth. That's not chrome. So if you already have Teflon matte on and you draw the T, then when you doing the chrome and rub chrome on the lips, then chrome will stick onto whatever gel that you on the T too. So that is a no-no. Also, another option is you can just do the lip first and then paint the teeth in. Now, you can do that, but that also might be a little bit difficult because of the 3D detail. So, this is two things that you can do. You can either draw the teeth first and then put Teflon matte on. Okay, you can do that. And then you can draw the lips on it and then rub chrome on. But if you already put Teflon matte on, no worry. You just go ahead and draw the lips now. Just draw in the lip, rub on chrome, wait, and skip the 3Ds. Draw in the T first, then then put on the 3D detail. You can do that. Okay, just however you like. So I already have Teflon matte in this finger. I'm gonna go ahead and choose a gel to draw the lips. So make sure that you watch out for your layers. Make sure they're in orders. And if they're not in order, you just know exactly what to do to deal with that issue. I should draw the T first already, and I'm gonna show you a short videos. So this is my social media. Let me go ahead and zoom it out just a little bit so you can see much better. Okay, I just posted this yesterday. So now watch. Okay, I draw the T first. See, draw the T first and then detail everything and then put Teflon matte on and then draw the lips. So after that, when I rub chrome on, it's only stick on the lips because everything else have Teflon matte on it. Okay, so that is the order that I should go with. But I already put Teflon matte on these fingers. So you get a chance to watch how I'm dealing with that. I'm not going to draw the T. I'm going to draw the lip first. Okay, using a liner brush, 10mm liner, I'm going in and establish my center of the lip. This is where the Cupid bow gonna be, right there. Okay. Make sure I turn my nail upside down to make sure that I'm in the center, that I'm not off center. Draw a little V shape right here. This is where your Cupid bow is. Okay. Now, this is going to be the bottom of your lips. Okay. You want it big and juicy, go a little further. So the bottom of your lip, that means the side gonna be way down. Okay. But not too much down that the T is gonna be big like horse T. Just make sure you chew your space accordingly. Now, and if you want, you can also draw the lower lip first, just to make sure. So it's have a curve. And then it's curved down from the side like an M, like a letter M. So this is how my T is going to be. From here to here is my T. So what I'm talking about is if you go in like this, like really deep, then your T is going to be like that, like horse T. Okay? And then there's the lips. So your T gonna be like that. You don't want that to be like that. That's wild. Just a moderate amount. And if you want, you can go shallower. The side right here, it can not be as deep. If you want, just to show a little bit of T. But I established the bottom of my lip. Now the top, from here, curve down. Okay. From here, curve down. But make sure that you have a little flat space right on the top here. Don't just having a V shape and then going down immediately like that. Like a mountain. You don't want that. One little curvature there. Now you can switch your brush to the emboss brush. And I'm filling in the center first. Then I use that amount of gel to spread it out right near the edge. Okay. Now, bottom lips. Someone told me a long time ago that bottom lip should always be bigger than top lip. And they say that that is a makeup golden rule. In Hollywood makeup, they have certain rule. And one of the rule is the lower lip never be smaller than the top lips. It's always bigger. So I'm marking out my center. Don't go too deep. Because if you go deep, then you have to draw bottom T. I want to skip bottom T, so I don't go too deep. Okay, so when you mark your center, you're going to go from here. You're going to curve a little bit. From here, you curve just a little bit. Okay, the alignment are equal. You just curve up and then curve down, curve up and then curve down. And after you do that, you want to mark the bottom. I decide to go down here. Okay. Big, juicy lips. Now, it's going to be a little flat before it starts to slant. See, the base is really flat. And then now from here, I'm going down. And don't forget to add a little curve right at the corner. You don't want too sharp of the corner. Going up and fill it in. Go in the center first always, because there's no edges in the center, so you can go fast and go crazy. At the same time, then when it comes to the edge, you can use an amount in the middle of the nail, the center of the design, and drag it out to fill it. And art gel will make sure that your detail is smooth because it's super cell level. So you see all these like line that I'm making down here. Within like a minute or less than a minute, it will be smooth like that, like the top lip. See how smooth the top lip is. See, this is smoothing itself out. So it's super easy for beginners. Now, I'm going to cure this and then chrome it. Go ahead. While we at it, I'm going to do the candy can too. So, don't underestimate the candy can, even though it's shaped like this. Right? Easy, right? Yeah, that's not how you're going to draw it. Because the candy can is going to be thick. So you need to draw like that. Like line first. Like that. And then fill it in. So when you do that, everything have to be symmetrical or else it's going to look funny. So I am decided to draw the inside first. I just figured that it's easier for me. Drawing the outside first, it's never worked really well for me. So the inside of the candy can, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to make sure that it's slanted a certain way. Not too slant, not too straight. Okay. It can be straight if you want it to be, but I'm not straight, so I decided not to do it in a straight way. I decided to slant it a little bit. So, meaning one dot here, the other dot cannot be up here. It's going to be a little off, like that. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and from the center, going straight down, from the center, I am curving and then go straight down. I'm not going to mark it. If I mark it, I might not land it directly on it. I'm just going to stick my eye on this line and make sure that this line are parallel. There, parallel all the way down. All the way down. Stop. Okay. Then, I'm marking a little bit right here. This will determine the thickness of the candy can. Then you have to just follow it. Follow the thickness. You can mark it just to be safe. So you see at the top of the candy can, it can be a little bigger. Okay. I'm turning the nail upside down because it's really awkward for me to from here going down. I can go from here going up. But usually I like to start out in the center. So I'm turning it upside down. Curve. And then go straight. Okay. Okay. Then you want to curve. And you might have a question of, son, look a little sloppy. You see a little sloppy right here. Is this okay if it's a little sloppy? Yes, it's okay for it to be a little sloppy because you only stick your eye on one side, which is out here. Out here have to be nice and neat. Just like this line, the inside can be a little sloppy. This side can be sloppy because you're going to fill it in anyway. But this side out here have to be nice and sharp. That is really easy to draw because you only need to worry about one side. Where when it comes to a line, not a color block, but just a line like this, then it's a little more difficult because you need the line to be nice and sharp on both sides. And that usually requires you to paint it a couple of times before it gets perfect from both sides. So this is just a one side line work, which is easier. Okay. Connected. Okay, now I might need to adjust it. This top might be a little too skinny. This might be a little too big. I wouldn't know until I filled it. I need to fill it to see the shape. Right now, I only see line. I don't see shape. So when I fill it in, it's going to be more transparent for me. See, now I see the shape clearly. I'm sure it worked the same for most of you. Some will be talented enough to be able to define the shape and the perimeter without filling it. But most of us need to fill it in just to see the silhouette more clearly. Okay, now I can see. Now I can tell that this part needs to be add a little more gel to it. There you go. Just there, it's perfect. It can be more perfect. Okay, and now good to go straight down. Okay, I'm obsessed with details. Okay, this side, let me zoom in. This side, I need to see this is not perfect square. So I need to finesse it a little more. You ever see line work that are so sharp that look like AI made it, look like a computer make it? It's just because of certain detail like this. See that? You can be fine with this, or if you want to reach to a more perfect level, then you align a brush and make sure you use a good liner brush like the one I'm using, so the line can be nice and sharp for you. And then just go in with light speed and finesse it. And there you go. Oh, if it go a little bit out, then you just have to go in and add more volume on the side. So try to not be too happy with your brush. Okay. And when I say too happy with your brush, let me show you what I mean. This is one of the people bad habit. And I also have this habit, but I make sure I successfully break that habit. But once in a while, I'm still dancing with my brush. Here's what I mean. A line, a proper line needs to be from here to here and then stop. That is a proper line. But people love to do this. From here, they go down here, and when they get to here, oh, they're so happy. Yes! This is not a very good example. I do it again. I have a lot of gel on my brush to make sure. Okay, from here, down here, when they get to the finish line, they are very happy. Yes! They usually pick the brush like this, like this. Let me use a bigger brush so it can give you a better example. Okay, they usually go from here. Okay, they go down. Yes, see that? See that little bit of slash right here? People do that a lot. Some might not even notice they're doing it, but they do a line and they're done. Yes, see that? So a proper line is from here, going down, and then stop. From top, down, stop. But people love to just wipe it, see that? Or a line, like when they draw a line like this, like a sway line, they would draw, and then when they're done, they just like to dance a little bit like that. And that is a bad habit. But a lot of people have it. So, if it's you, stop it now. It's very difficult to stop too. You have to be aware of it to be able to stop. Okay, I'm ready for red chrome. And if you wonder why I use red art gel instead of black art gel, there's no reason for it. I just decided to draw red. But if I use black, it will be the same things. The shade might be a little bit different, but not too much different. Red, because this red is way darker than the red I'm using. So I'm just using red just because the lipstick is red, the lip is red, and the candy cane is red. So I'm just using red. But it doesn't matter if you use black art gel. I just want to tell you that so you know. Okay. Like this. A little bit in here. Okay, dust it off. Now, I don't know if you see it, but there is a little stain right here. It's just because certain chrome color are very heavy, so it stains a little bit. That doesn't mean that it stick on Teflon matte. If it stick on Teflon matte, it will be like this. It will be like this red. But just a faint little stain, you can always wipe it off right after you're done. It's easy to wipe up, so no worry. You might not even see the stain. It's very faint. Now, after dusting it, I always like to take a clean shadow applicator, rub over it again, just to wipe up any excess dust. And doing this, it might take the stain away too. Just rubbing on this with the clean shadow applicator, just to remove excess. Then you are ready. So I am going to go in and paint the T before I do anything else. I'm using one stroke liner for this. You can use art gel too. It doesn't matter for this step. They are both different type of gel paint for different type of people. Depending on who you are, you might find one more comfortable than the others. I'm using a 7mm detail just because the spacing in here are very small. And you know, some people might not even want to draw the T first. They might want to do the lip like this first and then draw the T. They might find that to be better. Now, one stroke liners is really, really opaque for people that like to draw with gel that are very opaque. They really will love this one stroke liner. It's very opaque, very pigmented. And art gel is not too bad neither on its opacity. It's very opaque. It's not like art gel is watery, no. Art gel are very good on its opacity, but the one stroke liner is more opaque than art gels. However, when you draw, you have to behave. You have to make sure that it's not too thick. If it's too thick, it might cause you issue only on the black color. On white and any other color, it might be a little more forgiving, but still, the strategy is thin. Because that's what one stroke painting is. One stroke painting needs to be thin. Here this 60-second here. And that is where art gel is different. Art gel, like this, you don't need to be careful. It's beginner friendly. You can draw however you like. And it's very smooth. Much smoother than one stroke liner. One stroke liner, you want it to be smooth, you have to be strategic with your painting and using the right brush. So that is a story of one stroke liners and versus art gels. And yes, there is certain time that you use this and certain time that you use the others. Art gels is smooth and it's really easy to paint. Whenever I paint big object like the lips, something that really big, I like to use art gels. But when I mess with fine line and detail, I like to use one stroke liner. Because if I want to draw like a hairlines, art gel, you might need to add a little more gel for that hairline to be visible. And I'll show you when I'm drawing the hairlines. But one stroke liner is so opaque that even with a little touch, you still can see the detail. This is a hairline. See that? That's a hairline. Barely touch it. So an opaque gel will allow you to see the color to its fullest potential. Even if it's really thin, even if you barely touch it, you still can see it. That is a hairline. And of course, whenever I do one stroke painting, I also use one stroke liners. Because one stroke painting, it requires the gel to be very solid. Hear this? Now I need to take out sheer black. Sheer black is the shading gels. It's not too black, okay? I'm using embossed brush and I'm adding a shadow, a sheer black. I'm adding a shade right here between the T and the lips. And that will make the T look more realistic. Because the lip is right on top of the T. So it have to cast a shadow, right? Right there. So it's more realistic looking. You can wipe on it again if you want it to be lighter. Shading gel also very fun when you're dealing with a lot of character painting. Okay. See? It's just change the look. You can rewind the video just to see the difference. It changed the look completely. Now here this 60 seconds. I'm taking an oval brush. This is oval in 3D, but I'm making just an oval brush soon, just a single brush, the oval brush. And I'm cleaning the stain around it just to be a perfectionist. Okay, now I want to top coat this before I put 3D gel on it. I want to take matte and just apply all over it. And the reason is, you technically can take 3D gel and put on just the candy cane because everything else is already matte. But if you do that, you better completely cover the shape with 3D gel, because if not, then some of this beautiful chrome gonna chip up just because you don't cover it completely. So if you want to use 3D gel on this alone, you have to make sure it's right on the edge. It's cover everything, all the perimeter. But that's too hard. Let's do something easier by just matte everything. So now we know that it's already sealed and be done with. There. See how the red get prettier whenever top coat is on it? See the difference? If you apply on it, and at first when I apply, I'll be like, oh, this is pretty red, but it's not pretty enough. But when I put top coat on, oh, it gets so bright. See the difference? Let me zoom in so you can see the difference. See that? So just another thing just to know. Hear this. It's good to know when you draw, when you do an art, it's good to know everything, the do and the don't. You don't have to follow all of it, but you still need to know it. Okay, done. Matte it now. It's good. And it's pretty when it shines, but oh, you just wait till it's matte. Matte is pretty too, velvet matte. So either or, but for this design, we're gonna make everything shiny. Gotta be juicy like my lips. We're doing a lip design. My friend used to call it a DSL lips, and I have no idea what they're talking about until I Google it. Okay, now, I'm using 3D jelly. 3D jelly is cell level, so I'm using it to build. Now, building candy cane are easy. I'm gonna build that first. And then I will walk you through the others design, which is, it need a certain level of understanding to do the lips. So I'm taking out a piece of papers. Some nail art palette. Let's do the candy cane. Okay, at first I am going in with just a decent amount of gel. Don't start building right away. Just start with a little bit of gels right in the middles. And then we're gonna work it out. The reason why I don't have a lot of gels to build it, because you don't want to build in it and trying to fit the gel around this perimeter. It requires a certain type of brush and a certain amount of gel for you to paint this neatly. If you have too much gel, you might not be able to make this neat. See how I trace along the edge like that? Have to be a minimal amount of gels to do that. Okay, so I completely cover this with gel. See, it's my first step. I call this the slip layers. The reason why I call this a slip layers, because on the second part, I leave this wet, of course, and the second part, I pick up a lot of bead. And with this much bead, I go in the center, and I don't press. I don't try to work it out on the edge, because the slip layer will help me distribute this onto the edge. That's why I draw the slip layer first. So this is going to help guide this big bead out. If I do it manually, it wouldn't be as pretty. But now, see how it just become perfect, like AI? Cure this for 60 seconds. Now, I do that to the candy cane because the candy cane is just from here to here is simple. The shape are simple, okay? Now this the lips are sharp, right? Especially right here, it's sharp, okay? If I do the same thing, make the lip layer, and then build in the lips, before I even finish, what happened is gel on this side and gel on this side is going to level out and it's going to destroy this beautiful shape right here. So this is a complicated shape. It's not a simple shape. No worry. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to do one side first. Because this side, the shape is simple. It's like a teardrop. You're going to do that first. Okay, then you're going to build it, just one size. Don't try to do everything, just one size. With 3D jelly, I am hover on it. Okay, and it stop. It's too much gel, okay. Now I'm going to drag it out. Okay, perfect. Now, after you're done with this side, you cure this. Okay. You can add more. You can go crazy. Let me add a little more just to make the lip super juicy. Okay. Okay, now you can cure 60 seconds. Taking this out, put it right here. Actually, you don't need to cure for 60 seconds. You need to cure it like 5-10 seconds, just long enough for it to froze. And then you come back and work on this side. Not too much gels. Be difficult to go out here in this narrow passage with a lot of gels. All right. Now, fill that up too. Don't go down here. Don't go down to these, because it's also complicated. It needs to be refined. The shape of the lip needs to be refined. So just follow a simple teardrop pattern. There. See how I do that? Twirl around, twirl on, and lift your brush and just drag it out. Hear this? Here's what I'm talking about when on the surface, especially if you're at the end, the passage is very narrow. You don't want to twirl it and then drag it out with the brush laying down like this. It's gonna splash out and ruin that details. So what you want to do is you want to twirl around on the bigger area, and when you drag out, look at my brush. I'm lifting it and then drag it out. See that? It's different than just laying it down and drag it out. By lifting your brush, you don't have any crazy pressure on it that will ruin it. So now you have a beautiful half lips and half lip. It's beautiful. It's shaped. See, it's shaped. And then the cupid bow, the V shape, are perfect. Okay, everything is in shape. So now you just have to level everything out. Meaning you go down here, you paint a little bit, and then you paint through here. So it will level it out and you're not gonna see two separate parts. All you see is one beautiful top lips. And you wouldn't even know how I do it unless you watch the videos. Now, I'm here to tell you, I used to struggle so much when I do a pair of lip like this because I didn't know the way to do it like I do right now. And every time my client asks for something like this, 3D lips, I usually cite like, this is one of the day where I want to quit doing now just because of this. No more. Now I know the way. I'm get excited every time I get to do lips. Because I know how to dissect it. See that? See that? Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that. That is how you do lips. That go for everything else. That go for the heart. You ever do like a 3D heart? Same thing. It's a disaster whenever I do it in my old way. But with this new way, I can make any complicated shape happen. So the bottom lip, you can do it all in one stroke, or you can just divide it to make it easy. I need this. Whenever I don't need a lot of gel, I need a palette to scrape out my excess. Okay, and then building it. Take a lot of gels and just build it. 3D jelly is a builder gel, but it's a no wipe builder gel that allow you to do chrome. Everybody love 3D jelly. You can build a nail with this too. You can use it for extension. Okay, I already have that. Big and juicy. Here this. Only for a few seconds, about 5 seconds. Take it out. Do the other half. So if you struggle with lips, it's not the job itself. It's not the job is difficult. It just because you don't know the right way to do it. But with this, it's gonna gain you so much more confidence. Make it funner. So build it up. Just like that. Have the lips. See, the shape are so simple. It's like a teardrops. See that? Here it is. Just a few seconds. Okay, now I'm gonna take it out. And not a lot of gel. The top here is not a lot of gel because you're done building everything. You're no longer building anything. You just level everything out. So just a nice thin layer on the surface. See, just nice and thin like that. Right. And if the groove is really deep, like the groove in here really deep, then you can add a little extra just right in here. So it can level out. See? Hear this? And now you have a big juicy DSL lip. Chrome lips. Big juicy red chrome lips. Okay. Now, this white snowflake details, what I do is I use white art gel. And then I put clear acrylic on it to sugar it. Now, if you don't want to do that, if it's white and your client is dealing with all kind of chemical like ketchup and mustard and all that, if you're afraid for it to be ruined, for the velvet texture to be ruined and to be dirty, then you can just use white art gel and don't put any clear acrylic on it. It'll be shiny. It'll be shiny, but not going to stain your nails. And if you want to make it matte, then you don't have to full cure it to 60 seconds. You can just cure it for about 30 seconds and then wipe it up with alcohol so it's get dull and matte, and then you continue curing it. But if you full cure it, and it's gonna become shiny. Okay, I am using 10mm liners. You can use 7mm liner if you feel like it. From here, draw down the icicle. Okay. Another one. Just worry about the line first, the icicle first. And after that, then you take a palette, wipe up excess gel so it's nice and thin. Then you can go in. Let me zoom in. Then you can go in and finesse it, like drawing a line right along the edge of the bottom lip like that. And then don't look at the white, look at the nude. You want to make sure that everything is nice and round. Don't look at the white, look at the nude to make sure that it's round. It's tricky. If your eye is on the white, it's very difficult. But if your eye is on the nude, you can see how the nude become round. No edges. That means you're done with that part. There. Again, it's important for you to take your eye off the white and right onto the nude. Okay. That's your icicle. Make it a little more perfect down here. Hear this. Now you go right here and you draw candy cane stripe. I don't know about you, but I draw you to struggle with this. So, okay. slant. This part right here is where I struggle with. And it usually from here and it just curve down like a hook. Okay? We're gonna go through this together. I'm better at this now than before. Okay, not just a straight slant, it's a sway. That's why I used to struggle with it, just because it's a sway line. And when I get to that little hook, it usually get really weird. So I analyze this pattern a lot just to help me. This is easy, just a little sway. Okay, I'm gonna take one first before I do the other one, thinner line. Okay, I'm just gonna do a slanted line in the middle, and then go on the top. I'm curving it lightly up. On the bottom, I'm curving it lightly down. And at that point, I like to switch my client hand. Okay. And here we go. Okay, this from here, but then it's curved like that. Okay. Then fill it in. There you go. The reason why I switch it, because I always like to go from the middle, which is the thickest, go out on the sides. So when it comes to here, I have to like twist my hand over on this side. From the middle, I go down. It's hard for me. And I couldn't go from the side, I go into the middle because it's also awkward. So that's why I like to switch client hands so the angle will be perfect for me. Just another trick that I use when I design. Okay, now it's back to normal now. Okay, see the middle is the thickest. And then go out on the side. See, I like to go from the middle. And if you want, you can just, because of the angle, I don't have to turn my client hand upside down. I can just turn the hand a little sideways. And that will be enough for me to drag it out. Make sure your angle are comfortable. It's very important when you draw. Okay. I am ready for all these tiny little lines in the center. So now I need to take my brush. I need to saturate my brush to make sure that it's packed with gels and stroke it out so it's really nice and thin. But now it's packed with gel, so it's gonna make my job easier. Then go in. One thin little line, two thin little line. And then from here, you can drag it out to what it matches the edge. Okay, another one. Now, thin line, I don't like to start in the middle because it's thin. It's not like it's thick in the middle and then you can drag it out from both sides. It's not like that. These lines are different. It happens to be thin all the way too. So I am just barely use the tip of my brush. Because if it's too thin, you can go over it again. But if it's too thick, what you gonna do? You're gonna wipe it off. Start out thin first. Easy to do thin. You should have to watch your pressure. Just go very lightly on your pressure and it'll be thin for you. And the reason why it's so hard for most people to use light pressure because the gel that they use. If the gel that you use are not opaque, when you use light pressure, you don't see the colors. So you have to press and use thick pressure. That's why I love quality gel because it's helped with my line work. I can just approach it with nice and light pressure, and I can see. See, when I use one stroke liners, or when I use light pressure on the one stroke liner, you can see that the line is very defined. But now that you actually see the coloration, it's not too bad neither. But one stroke liner gonna be whiter, gonna be brighter. But this is very good too, the coloration. So now I'm done. I'm gonna cure this for 60 seconds. The easiest now in the whole world. I'm gonna do this. So shadows, I know I use art gel for painting these and these, but that because it's a gel paint. It's used for design. This is a whole nail. There's no need. Using shadow. Shadow is a chrome bond. Remember, I say shadow is a chrome bond. I did not say black gel is a chrome bond. Okay, a lot of people, you'll be surprised that a lot of people think that just as long as they grab a bottle of black gel, chrome will stay on it, so shiny and mirror-like. No. It needs a specific finish for it to be able to bond with chrome. Okay, shadow, cure for 60 seconds. Remember, I have jet black. It's very black, but it's not for chrome at all. Jet black is a polish. Remember that. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but one message. That's one girl that texts me and say, Tino, I bought jet black for chrome, but it doesn't work. Do you know why? What did I do wrong? And I'm a little upset when I hear that. It means that she don't watch my video, or she watched my video and she skipped through important details. So just remember, when I use polish for chrome, I use shadows. I don't use jet black. Remember that. Another question that also bothered me is, I tell you, Tino, I'm a beginner. I want to buy a product, but I don't know what to start out with. Do you have any recommendation? It's also made me a little upset too. Number one is an artist have a wide range of things that they want to do. Some like chrome, some like pigment, some like 3D. I don't know who you are. I don't know what to recommend you. That's number one. But number two is you did not watch my video. Because if you watch my video, you already know what to get. Right? I mean, if you see this video, you know how to get red art gel. If you want chrome, you know how to get Teflon matte. If you want the chrome to non-stick to the background, you know exactly what to get. But sometimes there's people that are lazy to learn anything. They just go in to be like, I'm a beginner. I want to buy your products. Do you have any recommendation? And you know, I guess if I'm a bad businessman, I would just think of a bunch of stuff to tell you to buy. But what are you going to do when you buy it? If you don't know how to use it, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? And this most likely people that doesn't know Tino Vo product, because most product in the market are just polish and gel paint. That's it. And glitters. Just simple stuff that they use to paint with. But we are dealing with special effect. And special effect, you need to know what the product do. It's not just a simple painting and or shading or drawing. It's not that. It's this layer I apply, now I can drop on chrome. That is special effect. Products that are not typical, product that made for specific tasks. And if you don't learn, you're not gonna know how to use it at all. And even if you buy it, you're not gonna know how to use it if you don't learn about it, you know. And I guess most people will think that they will buy it first just because they love to shop, and then they can learn later. Don't do that. I suggest you learn first. It's free. It's free, so learn first and then buy later. So know that question bothered me. Tino, I'm a beginner. I just started out. Do you have any recommendation on what I should start first? I'm upset when I hear that. It means that you didn't learn. It means you didn't learn anything. You just want to shop. And, you know, if that's the case, I'd rather for you to go somewhere else and buy stuff. Because people that buy from me, I want it to work for you. I want you to be addicted to the product. And if you don't learn, it's upset me. Because I'm teaching for free. I want you to learn. Okay, now Chrome is already on. Then shine everything. So put shine first. Now, Chrome design, you don't worry about product chipping. It's not gonna happen. Chrome on the entire nails, that's different. Okay, because your client gonna go home, they're gonna scratch, and whatever you see on the edge right here is gonna be gone after they scratch their nails, and that is when Chrome start to chip. It's right at the edge. It starts to peel off. That happened to when people do overall Chrome. Now the design is not gonna happen because coated up going on this, and around this are just normal gel. So the top coat is already bond with the gel around it. So it's like wrap your design right into the nails. It's not gonna chip. But this most likely chip near the edge. Just let me tell you, people concept is what kind of top coat I use, okay, or how many layer of top coat they use. That doesn't work because it's a top coat. Some people say maybe I just use builder gel. Trust me, the thickness of the gel doesn't have anything to do with it. It's non-chipping. If it chip, it's gonna chip unless you use super base. This is my super base builder R. It's a base coat. It's the extension gels. It's used for building. It's a builder gel. You can use for crystal too. It's used for all kind of things. And it's also used to keep Chrome from chipping. Now, an easy way for you to understand it is you need to look at the Chrome like your natural nail. If you do a manicure, you have to apply base coat because the base coat is created to stick onto your natural nail foundation, because your natural nail is considered organic material. It's not gel, it's not acrylic, it's natural keratin cell on your nails. You need a base because a base is specifically made to stick onto your natural nail, and then the top coat and the color can go on it. You need to treat your Chrome like your natural nail. Okay, the Chrome powder is not gel, it's not acrylic, it's a powder. So to put on a top coat, it doesn't help. Just like your natural nail. If you have natural nail and you put on top coat, it's gonna chip. If you put on polish, it's gonna chip. You have to put on base first for it to not chip. Just like that. Put on base first on your Chrome here, and then now you put on top coat, and voila, you can now sleep at night. Before, when I have client with Chrome chipping problem, I understand exactly what you're going through. Okay, because you cannot sleep at night. You keep worrying. Are they coming back? Are they chipping? I hope they're coming back to fix it. If they chip, if not, I'm gonna lose that customer. It's a headache. So this Chrome base, not Chrome base, sorry. This super base that you put on top of your Chrome, it cure that problem. It's make it not chips on your client. That would be a big relief for you. And the reason why I use super base and not just a normal base coat, because you can see how shiny my Chrome is. That's because super base doesn't eat or bleed your Chrome. But most base coat will bleed out your Chrome. It will make it glittery. It will be harsh for your Chrome. But super base keep your Chrome beautifully. Now you put on top coat here. Before, I used to use sticky for that. But sticky is a type of base, but sometimes shine it have trouble going on sticky and stay there. Sometimes it's make a little spot. So I would say that super base is a better solution now. Since the day I have super base, I'm loving it more. But sticky cannot replace super base. Sticky is for you to apply confetti and dry flower and anything that you need to be flat. Dry flower, back in the day when I use acrylic, the petal keep popping up on me. And I don't like that. So sticky will make sure everything lay flat. It's way stronger than foil gel, like 10 times stronger than foil gel. Now super base is a base coat type. it don't hold everything flat when you stick thing on it. It used for bonding. Like if you polish for manicure, oh, Super Bay is amazing. Build a gel, Super Bay can also build like a rubber bay foundation. Okay, this is already done. You draw a snowflake on it and that's it. So take our art gels and a dotting tools. I'm gonna dot first. I'm gonna dot one right here. I don't have this dotting tool available yet, but later I will. This is a sample that I have from my factory. I'm making a dotting tool because I decided I need a dotting tool. And I planned it out. I need one big one and a medium small one. Okay, straight down, straight across. And in between, don't aim this line like this and have this dot right here. No, go up a little bit. But remember, it's a circle shape, not a diamond shape. Remember that. Okay, put it right here. All right. Now, put some dot in between, just because we can. Uh-oh, it's already a little off, I can tell. Give me a second, let me wipe it off. Let me show you what I mean first. See this line? See the dot is right here, so the next dot is gonna be right here. It's too close. I gotta wipe this away. Okay. I'm gonna dot this. There, right there. And then this line can be right here. Okay. Now, if you go from here, you dragging this out. Oh, hold on. Let me take out a cleanser and do this so my brush can be softer. And then I want to dip in a little gel. So that's gel in my brush. Not much though. Just enough to make everything smooth. So my line can be perfect. Because when I first started, my brush doesn't have anything. And just because it's in shape, the brush is a little stiff. That's not good for drawing. You gotta do all that before you draw. So you drag it out. Over here. And down. It looks like I go all the way through, but I actually stop. Stop. Just because if you go all the way through, it's gonna gather gel along the way. And it might not be flattering for your snowflake. This art gel is great though. It doesn't have that problem if I go all the way through. But I explain for you that way just in case you don't have my art gels. Certain gel can be very difficult if you go all the way through. It will gather up a lot of gel right here, and when you go onto here, this part actually really big. You might not know what I'm talking about, but if you don't have that problem, then you don't need to worry about this. But if you have that problem, then you know, just stop along the way when you draw. Okay. See how fast this is? Already done. Okay, here it is. And if you wonder about the crystal, this is light cyan crystal, and this is opal crystal, white opal, and these are Dreamtime crystal, and Dreamtime crystal is Swarovski crystal. Since this is a YouTube video, I'm allowed to say that, but on a short 1-minute video, I'm not allowed to say that. But the when you buy a Swarovski crystal from our company, because Dreamtime Creation is one of a very few company. There are only 2 companies in US that carry Swarovski crystal. Because we need millions of dollars in order for you to carry Swarovski crystal. So when we buy it back in the old day, everybody used Swarovski crystal, but what happened is some people buying fake crystal and fake it and put Swarovski package on it, and that's why Swarovski decided to ban the nail industry from using the crystal. But because we invest million into Swarovski, they make a decision of selling it to us. So we still carry Swarovski crystal, but they're very strict nowadays. If you buy Swarovski crystal from us, you have to make an online application, because then they can track you. If there is a word out there that you are selling Swarovski crystal, they're gonna come after you. So if you want to bypass that complicated process of making an online application, if you just want to buy Swarovski crystal just to apply because they're beautiful and high quality, then buy Dreamtime crystal. Because in order for us to sell Swarovski crystal to other people without online application, we have to repackage it. So we repackage the crystal into Dreamtime crystal. So they are the same. So you can buy either or. But not a lot of people know that. Not a lot of people. It's funny, whenever we go to beauty show, some people say, oh, I think Dreamtime crystal is a little bit better than Swarovski crystal. Or some people say, oh, Dreamtime crystal, I love it, but it's not as shiny as Swarovski. And we are just think it's so funny because they are identical. But anyway, so just glue it on and you're done. And this is a gold stud that I have. It's called a pyramid stud. Also, just glue it on too with crystal magic glue. Let me show you crystal magic glue. Crystal magic glue. And then you are all done. So the star for this design set is lips. It's difficult for the lip if you don't know how to do it. But now you already know. You just need to break it apart and then blend it all together when you build. Candy cane are easy, and this is super easy, but this entire set, see that? And when you follow other steps, you can have a beautiful set like this. Long, short, pedicure, manicure. You don't even have to paint it on nail. You can just paint it on object if you're a crafter. And don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube at Votino. On YouTube at Tino Vo. And then everything that I use today is available on my shop at Tino Vo Shop. And remember that Dreamtime Creation and Tino Vo Shop is the same website. You can buy nail art on my side and crystal on Dreamtime Creation side and check out at the same time. And until next time.